Hey everyone, we're going to the second match of a draft league. We lost our first after a very impressive game one on our part, but games two and three were kind of ugly, so hopefully we do a little better here. This is a pretty good hand that we think we keep. I kind of wish we were on the play, but it's still good. We still have both our colors, two take inventories, Thermo Alchemist and Jace's Scrutiny is kind of what we want. We want to like cycle through our whole deck, find our things that trigger off of spells, and cast a bunch of spells until our opponent's dead. That's basically what our deck wants to do. And now we have double of both colors. We only really need double red for transforming our Vilden Pack Outcast, but, you know, good to have early. Not being, wow, see, this is the dream. Maybe that'll be, how often we win may depend on how many take inventories we draw. But I'm telling you guys, I've drafted 4 take inventories before in a much worse deck, and I went 2-1 with it. So I'm hoping I can go 2-1 with this one, too. Okay, I think I'm just going to play the Cultist. Next turn we can double take inventory, so Cultist it is. So yeah, we'll ping him at the end of his turn and probably double take inventory on our turn. If he plays something we really want to kill, like a Blood Mad Vampire, for example, we can Scrutiny that vampire and kill it. And so we'd probably want to leave mana up for the Scrutiny. But if he doesn't play anything like that, then we probably just go with our plan of ping him for 1 and then double take inventory. Okay, well, I feel pretty good about Galvanic Bombardment being used on a creature that's just going to replace itself, so I'm down with that. Kind of surprised that our opponent did that, so we're going to ping him for 1. Okay, now I think we probably just take inventory once and play the Homunculus. So let's ping our opponent for 1. I love Thermo Alchemist. I'll miss him. He seems like he could live on Kaladesh, right? Look at that guy. So take inventory number 1. See if that's still what we want to do. It probably will be. Yeah. And then we'll play a Homunculus. And we'll end our turn. So we should easily be able to set up him transforming in the near future. We could also just play an Outcast next turn, but it's probably better to just draw a bunch of cards first. Maybe. Given that our opponent isn't doing much, maybe it is actually just better to play the Outcast and try to just kill him with damage, like from creatures, you know, which isn't usually what our deck's going to do, but we can try. Especially if our opponent still doesn't play anything. Now, he may have a second Galvanic Bombardment, but I guess he would have cast it and then also cast it on this right away to not take the damage, so that doesn't make sense. Alright, well, Valdaran Duelist is going to get in there here, but it is not something I was overly concerned about seeing right here. So we'll take the 3 to the face and go to 17. And then we will ping our opponent for 1, drop him to 17. Ooh, that's interesting. Is it better to just play Outcast? It might be. I think it is what I'm going to do. I'm also going to swing for 1. Although at the same time, I guess letting this transform next turn is kind of like playing the Outcast. Yeah. It's an interesting choice. I'm actually kind of leaning towards, yeah, I think I'm actually instead going to cast the take inventories now. Now that I've convinced myself that this transforming is about as good. All right, so that means we're not going to attack because we'd like to maximize being able to play the spells that we draw here. So we're going to ping our opponent for 1. And then we're going to cast take inventory. Okay. Unfortunately, we don't have more blue, so we're not actually going to be able to cast anything with the mana we leave up. But I don't really hate the idea of playing Press for Answers here. Maybe I do. We want to get a 3rd spell in there, though, one way or another. And so I think I'm going to do it. And if we cast Press for Answers this way, we can also crack the clue. So let's just do it. We'll pass, but obviously we're going to crack the clue at some point. If he plays his second color, playing the Innkeeper gets pretty attractive. Maybe I should have had more blue in this deck. It sort of felt like I should have because of the fact that we keep like having multiple spells because we draw so many cards. We like, man, I wish I had more blue mana so I could cast all three of these instants and sorceries, you know? And we just haven't had that opportunity because of the way we have more islands and mountains, but not by a huge margin. Wow. So he went all out on killing this guy, huh? Is he also... Oh, he's targeting himself. He wants to draw more cards. Okay, well, okay. Works for me. Goodbye, Homunculus. Oh no, he did make me discard. Damn, too bad I don't have that blue mana. Okay, well, we drew another Homunculus, so he might be less than thrilled about that. So we can't cast it, so we won't. Yeah, we did just lose a bunch of spells, so that wasn't ideal. There's another spell, though. Okay, so I think we play Homunculus. Since he was willing to use such a big burn spell to kill it, I'm thinking he doesn't have another one. So I think I'm actually going to go Homunculus Geist here. Over, well, would I rather play... No, I think I'd rather play the Geist than Thermo Alchemist, number 2. We were going to draw some cards. We lost our Take Inventory and our Jace's Scrutiny there. So we just take 3 here. So if he doesn't kill this, it's going to transform and go on a bit of a rampage, hopefully. Interesting. Okay. He could have killed it. Rar. Question mark? Okay. Well, I don't think we want to use Unsubstantiate right now, so I think we probably just swing with it and do 3. So he's played 2 bombardments. So, oh, he couldn't have killed this, actually. He definitely could have killed my Homunculus, though. Then I think we play another Alchemist. I want to play a land so we can leave Unsubstantiate up, and we're also going to play Niblis and just try to kill our opponent here the old-fashioned way. Hey, there's black mana. All right, we're going to go to 11. So it's important to remember we can actually like counter a spell, basically, sort of pseudo-remand a spell. It's probably worth it. I mean, in this case, unsubstantiating it is basically the same thing, so I don't think we do it. Especially because if we wait to cast unsubstantiate, it'll basically do 1 more damage. And actually 2 more damage because of the Voracious Reader. And actually 3 more damage, so you get what I'm saying, though. It's a lot more damage. Ooh. That is not good news for our opponent. I think he's probably dead. Yeah, we want to leave... Well, we get to untap a bunch of it. Oh, and it only costs 4 anyway, so we're going to pour over the pages here. These guys untap. Prowess triggers all over the place. All right. Ooh, that's even better. So we're going to untap these. We're going to discard just the wind and bounce this guy. We're going to ping our opponent down. We're going to cast just the wind. Everything happens again, and our opponent is just dead. Kapow. For lethal. If it'll let me attack. There it goes. All right. So that may or may not bode well. Game 1 last time we dominated in a similar fashion, and then we got destroyed in games 2 and 3. So, you know, yeah, I don't really want to bring anything in. In our last match, after we got sort of destroyed because we didn't have enough creatures, maybe I should have sided in some mediocre ones like Furtive Homunculus and Ember Eye Wolf, I guess. Sided out like Fortune's Favor. It's not awesome, certainly. It's fine, but it probably wouldn't be in our deck if we weren't a spell deck, basically. But I think it's better than Stensia Banquet in that respect. We don't have enough vampires to make that worth it. Okay. Too bad Biting Rain. I mean, wouldn't be good in this matchup anyway, but in our last one it would have been, but we're not black anyway, so. All right, let's go to the next one. See if we can do more of the same. So we drew 3 take inventories that time. We did only cast 2. Ooh, what an interesting hand. I think because we're on the play, I keep it. The double Thermo Alchemist is really good. The no blue is really bad, but it's likely we draw some. We have 9 in our deck, so like by the time we need it, I feel like it's pretty likely we draw it. Okay, well, that's a fast start. It's going to hit us once, but luckily Thermo Alchemist can block it after that. Although if our opponent has Galvanic Bombardment or something, it's going to be not quite as good. Yeah, we need to draw that blue, guys. Give us the blue. My deck may really be trying to drive home the point that I ran too many mountains, you know? Ooh. Okay. There it is. I think I still cast another Alchemist here. And in my turn. Do I just take 2? No, well, he didn't swing. It's usually a good idea to swing in a situation like this because I don't have an attacker. So, like, worst case, I block it and nothing happens. But because I know my opponent has cards that can just kill it, because if a 0-3 blocks a 2-1, using Galvanic Bombardment is just a 1-for-1 there. So it's pretty good. So I guess what I'm saying is my opponent probably should have attacked there. Now I think I play these Geists. And we end the turn. And now we have spells to cash in value on, and that's pretty good. More blue would be good, though, once again. Only being able to cast one of these things a turn is a little awkward for us. So I hope it's a 5-drop that we just want to bounce. Ooh, it's not. Okay. Well, it's kind of running into the same problem we ran into earlier where our opponent just has... Man, Unsubstantiate would have been nice there. Would have been so nice. I mean, our opponent still could have cast it again, but it would have been pretty awkward. Okay. All right, well, I think we just play a Niblis. And end our turn. So, yeah. I don't have any way to kill this, but I'm not ultra concerned about it at this point. We do have 2 ways to bounce. Like, if he plays a big spell here. Not a big spell, but it's one I can kill easily with Jace's Scrutiny. In conjunction with Jace's Scrutiny. Actually, I guess I can double block and kill this next turn, too. This turn we can't because we don't have blue mana, so we will just take it. Okay. We don't have another take inventory in the graveyard, so not awesome. I think we want to leave the blue mana up. Gives us more options. This guy will transform, though, won't he? Shoot. I guess Jace's Scrutiny it would still work on this, too, if I double block it. Yeah, we're going to let him transform. I think I'd rather kill this more now than the twins. Opponent is out of gas, basically, and we're really not, so that's good. We could also just bounce it, theoretically, I guess. And still double block this. Ooh. Is it worth using Unsubstantiate here to make my opponent recast this thing? I think it probably is. It makes his attacks much worse. Yeah, we're going to use Unsubstantiate. He has to spend a whole turn tapping his mana again, and now he doesn't have great attacks, so... We have a 3-2 and a 2-2 now who can double block and kill both of these. It's probably better to double block this, though. because of the fact that one of our creatures won't die. So, yeah. We could also leave just the wind up, I guess, and bounce our Nibelus next turn and just negate certain death, but that probably isn't worth it. We could have done that now with Unsubstantiate, too, but I think making our opponent retap 6 is a little better. Okay, looks like this is happening. What are you doing? Okay. Is it worth a double block now? I do get the card back, technically. But I know he has certain death in his hand. I think I just take it. Okay, more blue mana would have been nice, but that isn't too upsetting. Yeah, maybe I need more islands, you guys. Maybe I'll do that in sideboard, because that has plagued us multiple times here. So yeah, I think I'm going to use press here. Tap this guy down. We'll swing for 3. Also can cash in our clue, and if we hit an island, things get interesting here. So I think I probably do cash in the clue right away. All right. Taps the dude down. We're going to crack the clue. Not an island. Yeah, we're going to swing. Drop him to 16. He's going to have certain death ready, which will drop us to 7, though, so that's not so good. And then this can hit us for 3, so we're in trouble. Need more islands, is what I've learned. I think I'm running 9. It should probably be 10-7, I guess. I mean, we do have important red spells like Thermo Alchemist, so there's chance that if I do reduce the number, I could just run into a lot of problems anyway. Yeah, if we draw an island there, we could have at least. No, I think we jump. We could have cast 2 spells too to untransform this guy, which would have been pretty relevant. Hey, island. About time. Okay. Okay. So while it's tempting to be able to cast Take Inventory here, I think to survive, we are going to have to keep both just the Wind and Jace's Scrutiny. This will drop to a 2/2 though if I do play like the Homunculus and Take Inventory. And he will transform too after I cast Take Inventory. He'll be a 2/2. He's going to kill my Curious Homunculus most likely. He has a 2/2 though. I still can't block very effectively. So yeah, I mean, I can also cast 2 spells. Yeah, I think we just want to leave mana up for the Scrutiny and just the Wind. I can actually bounce this, Scrutiny this, and then it'll also die, and I won't lose anything. So I think that seems good. Does it seem perfect? No, but it seems to be our best route with what we've been given here. Yeah, 8 mountains may have been too many, and maybe 10-7's a better split. It has felt that way, given the number of times this has happened. Could also be variance. I mean, it's hard to say. But given the massive number of blue spells we have, even though we don't have double red, it probably would be good to go 10-7. So if he fires off his kill spell first, we're not going to be able to do what I wanted to, but we're still in decent shape on the whole. So yeah, we'll let this happen. We could just the Wind or whatever, but I don't think it's worth it. I think we go to 7 here. I mean, we do have the potential to just dig ourselves out of this hole thanks to these bounce spells. So we're going to bounce this guy, because then our opponent has to go through the work of getting him transformed again. So goodbye to you. And I think we Scrutiny this guy. I don't think we can really afford to take that damage. And it replaces itself. And that's not bad. Okay. So I think we cast our first take inventory. And, okay, all right. I'm liking the looks of that. I think we play... We know he can play a dude that we can just straight up kill now with our bombardment. So I think we play that, and I think we also play Thermo Alchemist and leave mana up for the bombardment. And if this transforms now, I think we might have a shot at stabilizing at 7 life here. Thanks to the second take inventory as well. All right, so I think we just take this 3 this time. We've like afforded ourselves the chance to do that because we used Jace's Scrutiny last time. So we're just going to take it. Then this will be big enough to block it, and we can slowly kill him a Thermo Alchemist, theoretically. Ooh, he's got something else, though. Another Twins. I wanted a Galvanic Bombardment, man. I guess I'll still get to. Okay, so Galvanic Bombardment. Get out of here. Transform, please. I need the help. Ping our opponent for 1. Cast take inventory for 1. What do we draw? Okay, well, another Homunculus is actually pretty good here because it'll also transform quickly. And I think we also play an Innkeeper. Tap down a Mountain. It's not especially impactful right now. We're going to hold on to the card in our hand. And I think we end the turn. I think being able to block with our 3/4 is pretty important right now. I can actually double block one of them too, but I think... Yeah, we don't have great blocks. I mean, we can single block 1 and take 3 and go to 1, but that seems dangerous. I think we have to chump with like our Innkeeper on 1. If he has a trick or something, we're just toast, so... I guess we could theoretically block with the Alchemist too, but I feel like he's too important. And getting another Homunculus will be awesome if we get another one to transform. So let's see if he has Rush of Adrenaline here or something. Doesn't look like it, which is good news for us. Okay, just a Reaver doesn't worry me too much, since Thermo Alchemist can block it. Okay, so the second one transforms, and we need to draw spells now. Can we do it? No, not right there, we can't. Still have good blocks, though, so we could pull our way out of this one. We can just single block both of the Twins and single block the Falcon Wrath Gorger. So, all right, he's not even going to bother anymore, which means now we're doing damage and our opponent is not. Ugh. We're just going to hold on to these, continue to bluff with them. Hope our opponent bricks on his draws too. Okay, that's not a complete brick, especially if it gets Madness. Oh, I accidentally yielded there and missed out on doing a damage. That always hurts. All right, well, this is good. So we're going to try to go nuts here. Ooh. We're well on our way to going nuts, I think. Now the question is, do I fire off Pour this turn too? Or do I hold it for a turn where I can like bash through for all the damage I need to? I don't know. I think we cast Take Inventory and see what happens. All these triggers are taking some time. Okay. Ooh. We can now Pour into Avacyn's Judgment, which is huge. Especially because Pour costs less, and so does Avacyn's Judgment. Wow, okay. Okay. So we're going to cast our Pour for only 3 mana. That's a disgusting thing to do. But Avacyn's Judgmenting here with Madness is awesome. So untap, untap. We could also discard just the Wind, but I think we discard Avacyn's Judgment. We can burn for 7, divided as we choose. If I dome my opponent for 7 here, I don't think that's what we want to do, though. I think we want to go after his board. And we also ping our opponent for 1, so it drops him to 10. Maybe we do just want to dome him. Do we just kill him between Fortune's Favor and just win, basically? Drops him to 4. Not quite, but we get him so close. We also put him in a terrible board state, though, if we blow up his board here. Okay, so we got to decide here. Like, if we kill these, our opponent's this and the Thraben Foulbloods, our opponent is put in a really bad place, especially because we still have just the wind. So I actually think this is better now that I'm thinking about it. So we're going to go 5 and 2, 4, 5. Yeah. 1, 2. Oh, we won't still have stuff to do. What am I talking about? That's okay, though. All right. Goodbye. Doming our opponent might have been better there. I think I can probably afford to attack with one of my Voracious Readers here, though. And I will. I don't have the balls to attack with both. Maybe I should have, but he could block one and then find a way to get through for the remaining damage he needs. So we basically removed our opponent's whole board there. We're going to discard a land. So that may have pulled us ahead, that crazy turn right there. We still have just the win, Fortune's Favor, and another monster in our hand, so feels pretty good. Ooh, okay, well. Drop him to 10. I think we block if he swings. I think we just have to, given the situation. Okay. If we just the wind here, we hit for 8, and then Fortune's Favor is game. Oh, no, I guess it's just 10, but I think we still do it. We're going to go just the wind. Oh, we didn't need to pay that much mana. Whoopsies. That's 8. Oh, no, yeah, it is game. Fortune's Favor is game. My math was bad. We're going to Fortune's Favor. Again, I'm tapping too much mana, but it's whatever. Okay, this time it's showing me the piles the way it should. Last time it didn't do that. Wait, what happened? Oh, I don't have enough cards left in my library. Whew! Glad I'm killing my opponent. If he has a kill spell here, we just deck ourselves. Man, that's not cool. He doesn't, though. Woo! Was not paying attention to the size of my library there. We drew our whole library. Of course we won. All right, well, that was sweet. That one happened the way I thought it should. So we go into the next match hoping we can win it, and if we do, we get to finish with 2 packs, which is pretty good. Even though I think this deck was capable of 3-0, you're not always going to do it. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next match, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.